once you get it started, then you learn how to improvise in making your own potting soils, your soil for your garden, um, how to recycle soil, buying seeds, buying seeds for food you like, not just because somebody else said, oh, this was so good. If you never had it, never tasted it before, I would not say to try that if you're a new gardener right off the rip, because you might grow something, you're wasting time, energy, money, and fertilizer on something that you don't like, and you may never grow it again. Maybe other members in your family might like it, but you personally, who's putting in all the blood, sweat, and tears, say, no, this ain't for me. Hey, Shawnee 2003, thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate you. So give me some answers in the chat, y'all, in regards to whether or not you would, or what made you get into gardening. You know, like I said, some of you were taught as small children. Some of you jumped in it when you started finding gardening channels. I know a lot of folks said they was just watching every gardening channel out there and decided they would give it a shot. So how did you get into gardening? Renee Hall, thank you for stopping in. I greatly appreciate you coming in. Yeah, because I, like I said, I have been gardening all my life, and to finally find a community of, as we call it, like-minded people in regards to trying to be self-sufficient and growing food for our families, and some of us share with relatives and neighbors, and even some folks who are elderly, uh, who, who need to eat and have fresh vegetables, because some people get meals on wheels, and a lot of the majority of it, not a lot of it, the majority of the food that they get is processed food, and it has a lot of sodium in it, which they don't need. Whether they have high blood pressure or not, they don't need the sodium, and a lot of sugar in it, and some of it might be in contrast to medication they might be taking, you know. uh some say, I'm just going to blame Mike because he got me into indoor gardening. Nothing wrong with that. You're growing food for you and your family. Shawnee says, I started with gardening when I was in elementary school. My grandmother always had veggies growing in the backyard. And that's where my love of gardening came from as a child. I'm the first granddaughter. My cousin who lives in California, he's the first grandson. So before my cousins and the rest of them came along, I used to hang with grandma out in the backyard. We never had a garage. We all grew up in grandma's house, and we never had a garage in the backyard because grandma had the garden. And they're originally from Georgia. And when she came from Georgia to Ohio, they brought a lot of transplants with them, like roots from an apple tree, or green apples. Another, I never did find out exactly what variety of those green apples were, but they were absolutely delicious. I don't think they were Granny Smiths, but they was pretty doggone close. And then we had this Georgia peach tree. They had peaches this big, and I'm telling you, man, that was the, you would get a sugar rush biting into one of those. I bit into it, and it was so good, but I broke out. That fuzz on that peach, oh my god, it was tearing me up, but I was tearing the peach up too. It was so good. So I had to learn to peel the skin off before I could really eat it. And when it was so juicy, juice be running down your arms and your hand, you trying to peel it. That's how sweet and juicy. And I knew exactly when they was ready. And I tried to get to them before the birds and the other animals got to them. Because if I can smell when they're sweet, I know they could as well. I'm drinking a concoction tonight of a wine that a friend gave me a bottle of. I didn't particularly care for it, but I added some papaya and mango juice to it. It's almost like a sangria, so it's all right now. Actually, it's delicious. You know, you had to kind of doctor it up. Some stuff you had to doctor up first before you eat or drink. Yeah, I won't be accepting any more bottles of wine from them individuals. I'll be like, yeah, you knew it was nasty when you gave it to me. You didn't want to drink it, but you pawned it off on me. I can't believe you did that. So for all right, y'all, can I hear some more comments about we got enough folks in here to let everybody know, how did you get into gardening? Was it something that you picked up as a child, or was it something that became a necessity? Or is it something you just want to try because it was a new hobby? I mean, it could be a million one reasons. Some people lost their jobs, and to help them to go through the anxiety and depression of being unemployed, they started gardening because that distracted them somewhat, gave them something else to do with their hands, and also something that they could see that was productive once they got into it. J3 says he grew up in the garden. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, like me, grew up in it. I used to sit smack dab in the middle of my grandmother's garden, and I would have a water hose and a salt shaker, and I would take the biggest tomato she had and rinse it off with the hose, because back then you didn't mind drinking from the hose, and then put some salt on it and bite into it. Oh boy, I was breaking out from the acid because them things were so but they were sweet though. Hey there. Hey there, Andale. How you feeling, dear? Glad to see you had a chance to pop up in here. Hey, girl, dad, cooking up deliciousness. You got to tell us what you made for dinner today. Yeah, and I like your little short you did with your husband being your chauffeur, driving you. He like, I thought that was so cute. Oh, my dad had gardens every place we live. I was the same way, Jamie. Everywhere I went, I've had a garden. Um, where I'm living at now, I've been here over close to 20 or maybe 25 years. So I had enough chance to kind of develop and bring the soil that didn't have any oomph to it till you can just stick your hand in there and dig a hole and drop a seed. Because it was clay. This was hard pan clay. I'm talking about the kind of clay that it could rain and take it a week for the water to go away. He does pretty good at that job. Ain't nothing wrong with that. At least you got somebody you can depend on. Psalms 146 says, I really got into gardening from my grandmother Louise. She always had the most lovely flowers on the street. When she passed in 2018, seeds were given to everyone at her funeral in her honor. Oh, that was sweet. Oh, and I hope that they kept those seeds going, that once whatever they grew, they saved the seeds from the plants there and pass them on to somebody else. Keep it going. Some says, my grandmama let me learn patience the hard way when she allowed me to harvest a watermelon before it was ripe. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gardening will teach you patience. My grandmother used to tell me, all right, we're going to plant this week, and then we're going to wait 2 weeks, and then we're going to plant this other stuff. And I'll be like, why you got to wait 2 weeks? And she just be like, the most southern, hush, just listen to what I'm telling you. Pay attention. I'm like, okay. Now I know. I'm just recently got into it and I absolutely love it. Starting out planting flowers. Hey, you got to start somewhere. And flowers bring your pollinators to help keep your garden going. Uh, Girl Day. Oh, you saying hi to everybody. Jamie said, I love playing in the dirt. I do too. I have long nails and I don't mind scrubbing up underneath my nails. I keep a nail file here. So every time I wash my hands, I will go and clean. You will never find dirt up under my nails unless you catch me working actually right in the garden. But other than that, I love playing in the dirt. Renee Hall says, started gardening with my grandmother and neighbors as a child. They grew only greens and tomatoes. So I started growing corn and onions. Okay. Hey, GT, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. You either driving or cooking. at one of them jobs. Jamie says, I have two gardens, summer and fall gardens started. Yeah, I just cleared a nice large patch in the backyard here. Um, and I had been blessed with some T-posts and some fencing. And I actually want to start. That's funny you should say that because oh, here you go. I was looking at these today. I just pulled these seeds out. I got some kale and I got collards and I have some more kale, a different variety. This is like the red Russian, red Ursa kale there. And these are Georgia Southern collards. And this is a dwarf blue kale here. Okay, so yeah, I pulled those out today. I have, I say, my bag of seeds, and I just went through them, and I was like, okay, I got the area cleaned out, and I have added not fish, mushroom compost and potting soil to lighten up the soil a little bit, so that these plants can break up through. And then I remembered I have some. Do I have vermiculite? No, perlite that I can put on top of each row so I can see where the rows are at and what's coming up, and it will hold the moisture in and it make it a lot easy for the seedlings to break through. And I want to try to get it done tomorrow before this next rain comes, so that'll give them a good start, hopefully. Oh my goodness, yummy. Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I also have another pack of giant red mustards that I want to plant in there too. Um, Everybody saying hello. Hey, wellness for frugal mama. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you, thank you. Jamie says, I'm excited. My asparagus popped up, beets, butternut squash, green beans, cabbage, and broccoli. I have none of that. I have squash, but I don't even know what kind it is. Oh, I yes I do. That's from Mona Seymour. Seymour, but some came and ate all the leaves off of it the other night. So I hope Seymour make it. Yeah, everybody's saying hello to everybody. Sam's got a whole list of folks saying hi to. Yeah, so we had a shortage of rain. It barely rained for 2 whole months. Now it's raining, but it's still sporadic. And my kiddie pools are got a little more water in them now than what they had before, but they're not filled up yet. So I'm still taking water from here over to the lot. So I ran into my neighbor today. He said he'll help me carry the water over. Mike said I planted carrots, cabbage, and spinach yesterday. Mike, I was watching your video on lettuce, and you were showing how some of the leaves were at least 6 excuse me, inches long, and you were getting ready to harvest. Got my shade cloth today. Got to get that up. Okay. We haven't had enough straight days here to use shade cloth. And I think the intensity of the heat in the north is not as hot as it is in the south. Not saying it's not hot, it's just a different type of heat. Dang, rabbits and squirrels are getting the lower tomatoes. Let me tell you, my deer has the top part and the raccoons got the bottom part. All my um, cucumbers are gone. First, they ate the cucumbers, then they came back and ate the blossoms, and then they came back and ate the leaves, and it's just a stem. So I'm not getting any cucumbers this year. I actually got one, and they got it before I did. Yeah, hurt my feelings. Ooh, you're triple digits. Ah, that's not high. That's stir fried. Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and the humidity. We got humidity here. I got my air conditioning on now because I can deal with 88 degrees in the heat. I just can't deal with that humidity. I walked outside and I swear I wasn't out there 10 minutes and I thought somebody threw a bucket of water on me. I had a towel, I was wiping sweat, it was running down my sideburns, my neck was, I was like, what the hey? And I'm not even doing anything. I was just showing my neighbor the garden, what little I got. He was like, "You like hot peppers, so my yellow peppers on there is hot, so I gave him a couple of those and a few of the mystery tomato plant that did volunteer and came back and they had some ripe tomatoes on it. So we stood out there and talked and popped those. Do I see my guy Bammett? What's up, Bammett? We're Arthur Butler. Thank you. Critters ate all the fruit before it ripened. Yeah. This is the third time me planting my tree collard seeds, and I'm trying to use them sparingly. I don't want to use them up all this season trying. I'll do it again in the spring. Ah, it's hot everywhere right now, Bammett. If it's not hot, it's raining cats and dogs. Everybody's catching something some kind of way. Yeah, it's just crazy the weather all over. I said the weather's kind of schizophrenic, you know. If it's not frying folks, they're drowning. You know, I remember poor Cece when she went out to her garden after that last rain, she had water everywhere. I mean, you could see the water, and she was just stepping in puddles of water. And I was watching a video yesterday. Who is it? Stacy, Hands in the Dirt. How that tree, he said he heard the storm, they heard something, but they didn't know what it was. And a tree from the forest, it wasn't even a tree in his yard, it was in the tree in the woods that fell and broke up, just barely missing the back deck. But it caught, I think it caught a plum tree and another tree, it broke some branches on. So fortunately, him and his family was safe and the house was okay. But that was a big tree. That was a long one. And I mean, it was rotten. You can see how it just exploded. It just broke up. So it was bound to fall and eventually. I'm just glad nobody got hurt, you know. Yeah, yeah, Mike. That thing exploded because it was pieces of it all over the place. Sina Renee, thank you, thank you. Good evening, good evening. Glad you were able to stop by this evening. They call them widowmakers. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Falling on your house, take out anybody that's in that room. Yeah, or falling on somebody that's out in the yard and don't see that tree. Yeah. Um, let me tell you something strange, y'all. I went out, I had a doctor's appointment early this morning. So when I came back, I decided to walk through the yard, check to see what needed to be pruned or watered or what have you. So I have this beautiful gazing ball that I recently purchased, and I had it on a stand. And when I went back there, when I got home, the gazing ball was literally sitting on the ground, and the tip that has the weight to it to hold it inside the stand was gone. And I'm like, that was not a four-legged animal. For one, if it had fell off, it should have burst from where it was sitting. And two, there's no animal going to take its time to pull the tip off of it. So I had a two-legged animal that came in my yard, took the gazing ball down and took the tip off. I'm just so outdone. I'm gonna bring it in the house because it's not gonna stay in there. It's gonna fall out. Indiana backyard gardener. Thank you, baby. I'm watching on the TV. I'm on the TV. Oh, and he said, let me make my debut, Mr. DeVille. Oh, sorry, wrong show. Happy Mac. You look fabulous. Just had to say, oof, stop. No, keep going. Oh, yeah. All right, thank you. Yeah, how rude is just a, yeah, it's crazy. When you say, Adrian, yeah. So I understand. But I'm just like, that kind of blew my mind. I was like, they took the time to carefully take it off the stand, lay it on the ground, and take the top off. No animal, no four-legged animal could do that. So I'm not over it yet, as you can tell. I'm a little pissed, but whatever. Uh, where they do that at? In my backyard. See, around here we don't have fenced-in yards. Everybody's yards is open. You can go from the corner to corner. Everybody has fences. I mean, don't have fences. It's open yards. Some people have shrubs. Some of them had a little short fence, maybe about 4 or 5 feet, but nothing that will keep you totally out the yard. Jay, how are you? Oh, okay. Oh, everybody saying hello. My Renaissance grandma said your buddy stopped by your garden, Miss Show. Yeah, that's a possibility. I forgot all about him. Thank you, my Renaissance grandma. I really did forget all about him. I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest. I wouldn't. Yeah. I'm doing better. Thank you for asking. Okay. Didn't know you was under the weather, but glad to see you made it into the chat. Hey, G Mama. Hard in the garden. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. And you know what, G Mama? I meant to make your video for the light a separate video. I did not know that one blended in from PIA straight into you. I wanted to give you your own video, and kudos for the lovely light set. I can't wait to set it up. I think when I bring in my Meyer lemons, I'm not taking them in the basement. I'm gonna bring them up here and put them in my dining room window and put those lights on them. So, because they normally bloom in the fall and get my fruit then. So I don't get fruit now outside, but they seem to bloom and fruit in our wintertime, which I thought was strange, but hey, whatever works. So those lights will be on them to help get them through the winter months. I can't wait to put it together because I like it has a telescopic stand that will stand tall enough over them and beam down. So that was really cool. But thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate the lights because I did want some more. So yeah. No worries. I'm just happy you're enjoying your I am. Lemon and Sabina. Yeah, because Mike, when they bloomed in the basement, they had the whole basement smelling so good. Riri, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. Glad to see you. That's all right. You can listen in the bushes and in the trees, on the ground, wherever you at, Indiana. I ain't mad at you. This is the time of evening a lot of people start working in the gardens because it gets a little cooler. The sun start going down, so you're able to get out there and make that last watering, before it gets too late. I'm gonna take I didn't go out and spray before the live, so I'm gonna have to do it afterwards. I'm really trying to hold on to what little fruit and veggies that they hadn't taken yet. If I spray every night or every time it rains, so far it's been holding on. Kicks Nightbot. That who's telling me? Sugar said Nightbot should come on. We put him in as a moderator. Yeah, we tried it. Duval. Thank you, sweetie. I was watching the replay, Duval, of you and Felicia and Mona earlier today. Yeah. During the daylight time when it's getting too hot to sit outside, or if I wake up, I don't sleep well. If I get up at 4 or 5 in the morning, I'll be watching about 6 or 7 videos, if not more. Hey, Miss J.K. Gardner. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Juicing with Jizzy. What's up? How are you? All the way from Cali. Thank you. You came a long way, baby, just to watch me on Thursday night. I appreciate it. That shows you how much you love me. You came cross country. Oh, yeah. I watch all of y'all. I actually be listening to y'all. Y'all don't know. I be sitting up here in my PJs. I might have a cold beer and I listen to y'all and I fall asleep, but I let y'all run until I wake up and see either the phone then turned off or thank you, thank you, thank you, wellness with Frugal Mama, uh, or the TV going to energy mode. Yeah, I let y'all run. Let y'all get your hours, and I'll be listening. Sometimes I'll wake up right quick. Y'all say something funny, and I'll hear y'all laughing. I'll wake up, look over there. Hey, Tim. There go my other daughter, Tiffany. How are you, sweetie? Glad to see you popping up in here. Yes, girl, let me tell you, I made the best chocolate cake with them eggs. She got chickens and she bring me eggs. And I made a chocolate cake to take to a function. They tore that chocolate cake. I made a triple fudge chocolate cake with the eggs that she bring me from her chickens, and they tore that cake up. Hey, Odin, what's up? I'm listening to Shirley Pulling Wheel. Odin, are you on tonight after me? I'm giving you a shout out, baby. I want to know if you coming on tonight so I can come because I know a couple of times I went. I was like, okay, I know you had came on a couple of times, like 4 in the afternoon, but you didn't come on late night, so I didn't know what your work schedule is. Okay, you said no. Okay, all right, because I know your work schedule was crazy. Okay, all right, but thank you for coming in and thank you for listening. I understand you. Let me tell you, excuse me. One of my neighbors is putting in a lot of new stuff in their house. Yeah, I saw it, Bama. He said no. And thank you though. And they gave me all their cardboard. And I got cardboard everywhere. So now I got this so-called heavy landscaping plastic that I want to put over it. I'm trying to work smarter, not harder, and try to knock out these weeds. So with the rain, it helps mat the cardboard down. So now I want to put the landscaping fabric over the cardboard before it starts to tear up and deteriorate. Yeah. At the boys' football practice, walking. Okay. You gonna get them steps in. I ain't mad at you. Do what you got to do. Yeah, I've been trying to do a few exercises. I gotta tighten up this flab up under my arms. I'm tired of I'm waving at somebody and it's waving back at me. I was like, I lost weight. When they weighed me today, I I've gained maybe 10 pounds. I'm up to 143. I like to get up to maybe 152, 155. That's where I'm comfortable at. But I had went from 162 pounds down to 125. That's where all this flab and all this extra stuff started coming from. Even my sister said, "You too small." I was like, I wasn't trying to lose this weight, but now I'm picking it back up. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. All right, y'all. I need some more answers in the live here for folks who started gardening during the pandemic. Tell me your reason why. My little toe is 125. Oh, Mike, stop. We love every inch and every pound, just like your wife. We like a nice little fluffy teddy bear. I love them. Y'all soft, y'all cuddly, just kind of sink into you, you know. I ain't mad. Oh, I ain't prejudiced. I don't care if you're big, small, in between. As long as you're respectful and loving, I'm good. I'm down with it. Link maybe. Oh, you know what? GT, I don't know how to do it on my phone. I tried to copy it, and then when I hit the button, it kicked me out. Uh, and I'm scared if I do, it's gonna kick me out, and I had to start over again because it said more. I hit more, and I copied it early, but I never seen how it got down in the chat. I'm scared to hit these buttons on the phone because I don't know how to work it. I really don't. But I'll give it a shot, y'all. If I get kicked out, I'll be right back. Just started planting more food. More food supplies got short. Yeah. All right. Oh, it says guest. Invite guests. I hit copy. Okay. Invite guests to go to studio. All right. I don't know if I did it or not. I'm wasting away down to 152 pounds. Y'all funny now. Now y'all got jokes. Just hit copy and the paste in the YouTube chat. That's what I did, Mike. I hit guest, and then it said invite guest, and then it said copy. I did, and there's nowhere for me to hit paste, not on my phone. That's what I was trying to tell you. I'm gonna try something. I hope it don't kick y'all out. Mike, what I told you, it didn't. I don't know how to do it. Come back. Say, where's my IT, huh? Oh, Bayou Sugar popped in here while I was gone for that short hot minute. You're on YouTube Live. I don't think you can. Okay. I'm on StreamYard. I shouldn't be. Hey, Nikki, what's up, hon? I don't know. See, Mike, you trying to get me in trouble. It's bad enough. I finally got a live that's not buffering and acting stupid, and you get me knocked out. What are you trying to do, Mama Sure? I'm on my cell phone because I put my laptop in the shop to be fixed, and I was trying to invite guests. GT wanted to come up, and I hit guests, and it said invite guests, and I hit that. Then it said copy, and I hit copy, but there's nowhere for me to hit paste to drop it in the chat on my phone. So every time I hit the wrong button, it drops out. So I don't know, should I hit YouTube Live or what? Yeah, GT is your fault because you want to come up because I know you will. All right, I know I'm on StreamYard. Bayou Walker through. Ooh, look at all. Kelly, right. I think she's doing it in stream. I am. I'm in StreamYard. That I do know for a fact because it says StreamYard at the top.com. But I'm saying, how do I make it so that guests can come up? I can't paste it. I hit copy, but there's no spot that says paste. I mean, or like it is on my laptop. So I don't know how to do it because I've never done it on my phone. Paste it in the comment. I don't know how to do that. Yes, YouTube might. Paste the link in YouTube live chat. Okay. I'm gonna try it again now. I'm going by what y'all saying. All right. Like, yes. I hit copy. All right. It didn't work. I don't know what happened. Okay. It's not working. And the same thing I saw before that. Hey, Gina, what's up, baby girl? Post a link in YouTube live chat. I'm trying, Mike. I'm trying. You're on live StreamYard on your phone. You may have to pressure down till a copy pops up. Now, the copy popped up. That wasn't a problem. It's the paste. Just hold finger in chat box until paste pops up. Press shot autocorrect. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm getting too many directions here. Double click in the chat after you copy the link. A menu should pop up. All right. I'm going to try it again. All right. All right. That didn't work. Let's try it again. Invite. Okay. Here, copy. Oh no, that's not it. All right, y'all, it's not working. Oh, okay. I see. Maybe I found out. Okay. Exit, mute, edit, edit. Oh no, 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 don't want any of those. I don't know how to do it, y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all where you at. She's she's on the phone. No mouse, yeah. She needs to be in YouTube comments. Hold finger in that box to paste. It never popped back up again. I don't know what I did so that. All right. I'm gonna try it again. I love how everyone needs to. Okay. I'm at where it says participants and I hit invite guests. And then it says copy. And it says copy to clipboard. Send this link to your guests. You may also want to share our instructions for guests. Oh no, I don't want that. Before the broadcast. Okay. No, that's not the one I want. Yeah, it's not working. I love that y'all trying to help me, but I don't want to screw y'all up. Comments. Hold button in the box to paste. You don't need to copy again. It's in the clipboard. That I know. But I'm saying once I go from the copy again, if there's nowhere else for me to hit mic for me to paste it. If I go to YouTube chat, how do I do that? Okay. I'm gonna leave y'all where you're at. I just got to put in comments. You have to open a new tab, Miss Shirley, and go to your live stream and paste it in the chat. I'm on my phone. I don't know how to do that on my phone. On my tablet, it's not a problem. On my laptop, it's not a problem. But I'm not on either one. I'm on my phone. Type hi in chat. Okay. Type hi in chat. I don't know how to type hi in chat. Ah, no. Okay, that didn't work. I tried to come. I thought I had access to your channel, but I don't. I'm on my cell phone. I'm not on the laptop. The laptop is in the shop. Go to where it says more. Do you see that, Miss Shirley? Yeah, I see more. And then I see post comments, layout, private chat, stream info, settings. All right, I'm leaving it alone. I've tried everything. I went into YouTube, but then it wouldn't bring up my picture or the sound. So I came back. Oh, go to the light, and Caroline. I can't do it. We ain't going nowhere. Thank you. Put yourself back on the screen too. Gmom. I just came back to StreamYard because I was in YouTube. I went to YouTube, but there was no sound and no picture on the screen. So I was like, I seen the chat and I seen everybody's name, but it was not. It's like, okay, you impatient. I no, I'm not impatient. I was trying to do step by step by what everybody was telling me. It's just that it wasn't working. We thought you had it. I totally get your struggle. Thank you, Ann. I might say so close. Just a little bit. Oh, I told you, technology is not my forte. You know how they say you can dibble and dabble on your phone. You know what buttons to press to get where you need to go, but you know to stay away from delete and travel and move. Well, that's the way I am. Like I said, on my laptop, I can see the buttons. I know exactly where to go. This is the first time I've done a full live on my phone. So therefore, I'm a little apprehensive in regards to what, because I went to more and there was not enough there for me to mess with. You could have paced while in YouTube. Okay. Then went back StreamYard. Now you tell me. All right. I didn't even know how to do it in YouTube. Like I said, there was no picture on the screen. There was no sound. It was comments. I wouldn't have known where to hit to come back on. Like I said, my phone is a different creature. Then went back. Okay, I can't talk because I still don't know how to operate a live stream. G Mama, I'm quite sure you're a little more tech savvy than I am. You can figure it out a lot quicker than I can. Backyard Garden Flow. I went on YouTube after I do my two knee replacements looking for something to do. Come up on Miss Linda's channel. And that's how I started in 2021. All right. I'm going for my knee replacement in December. I go see the orthopedic surgeon next month. So yeah, my right knee. So hopefully I'll be up and moving around to come to Savannah in April. I hope. I just did my first live on my phone not too long ago. Okay. Indiana, I see you all the time. I watch you on my TV on the flat screen. I can watch you there and on the tablet, but you said like me on your phone for the first time. Okay. This is not, wait a minute. Is this my first time doing a live on my phone? Oh, I have switched to my phone when my laptop was acting up. But it's crazy how I don't buffer on my phone. So she said that the up when she said the updates on my phone is a little faster. It's something else she said, but they still had to work on the audio. Audio still wasn't working. I usually do my lives on the computer. Yeah, I normally do mine on the computer too. And then sit on the side and sit my phone on the side so I can catch names. Because sometimes, you get to talking and it kind of takes off. I can kind of scroll a little easier on my phone to see who I miss once they come into the chat. So, my first non hydroponic gardening channel was Lady Cheryl. Okay. Met most you all there. Was under my name, under my game name. Oh, game channel. Okay. All right. Yeah. I originally started off with Lead Farmer. Yep. Lead. I was looking for a line dance video. I had a friend that was leaving the country. She lives in Bolivia now. They were giving her and her husband and son a going away party. So she said she wanted us to learn this one particular dance that she wanted to do at the party. So as I was scrolling, which I don't normally go on YouTube, I'm normally a Facebook kind of girl, and I was thumbing through it, and I came up on Led. He was doing a live, and I was like, okay, what this black man talking about? Let me check him out. And then he was talking about gardening and showing his yard and fruit trees and stuff, and where he was living in the little river behind the house and the ducks and all of this, that, and the third. And I was like, okay, he might have something going on here. And I went and checked him out, and I fell in love with him. And before I started my channel, I actually was conversing with Led. And Lady Led started her channel before I started mine because I was chicken. So, but once, and at that time, Turf Therapy, he didn't have his channel, and Farmer Q didn't have a channel. We was all in the chats and stuff, listening and stuff, and you could see, we're saying hello to one another. And then one by one, everybody started getting their channels, started getting it together. And it was like, yeah, and Led preached it too. He said, get your own channel, share your experiences with people. You can do it. Took me a minute because I felt, as being a more mature person, people wouldn't listen to me like, oh, she old fashioned, she don't know what she talking about, don't know what you're doing. But y'all helped prove me wrong, which keeps me going because I'm learning just as much from you. I don't know how much you learn from me, but I've heard some folks like my sense of humor and the motherly mannerism that I have, which I've heard more than once. But I don't mind because I figure with maturity, I earned this badge. You know what I'm saying? Um, Indiana says, I started gardening way before the shutdown, and I've been gardening well after, and will be gardening well after. Yeah, I think we all, since we got our toe stuck in there. Yeah, I got courage to garden outside for T-Nog. Yeah, then I ran up on T-Nog, and I just enjoy Louisiana, New Orleans. Yeah, so I think we all have people that we kind of clung to because of their philosophy about gardening and life in general. And then we started getting more folks coming in. On my side, kill less plants now. Oh, but we're not going to stop killing them, but it's the numbers are not as big as before. G Mama says, I started gardening in 2018 indoors, started container gardening outside 2020, and Lady Cheryl convinced me to start YouTube from IG. Yeah, I love watching Lady Cheryl. That's when she had her house, and I used to love watching her with her greenhouse and her watermelons and other stuff that she was growing there, and the fruit trees and what have you. Yeah, there in Texas. So yeah, um, yeah, it's just amazing how we have blossomed and have grown and not only learn from each other, but we're pulling in other people to learn and showing them, where you could be making mistakes. Um, they're starting to ask the right questions, which entails help us to give them the right answers to solve whatever issues they might be having. Some cases, some people are overwatering it or too much fertilizer, or if it's a plant that loves sun, they had it in the shade and vice versa, and everybody got different weathers because you're in different zones. And they were learning the seasons, when to plant stuff that was in the right season. G Mama was a star before YouTube. I can believe it. Now YouTube star too. Yeah, because I started off on Facebook because I have cousins that's out of state. So I use Facebook to keep in touch with them. I didn't know anything about YouTube other than, looking for line dance and stuff and other. I never thought that it would blow up to the point where I got so deep into gardening and into a garden community. And what I like about this community is not centered just on gardening. We're actually bringing folks from other walks of life into the gardening game. We got attorneys, we got crafters, we got canners, we got preppers, we got 2A, we got people from all different walks of life and hairdressers and barbers. We got uh, people from overseas in different countries that have come into the community and stuff. I'm getting new emails from India and the Philippines, that they like my videos or they like my sense of humor. And I'm just like, wow, I never thought I would reach out to people that far. Appreciate your compliments. Mike G. Hey, G Mama, you earned that. Everybody know that you the boss when it comes to being a moderator. You and Nikki, y'all got it down to a science. Shannon, my little homestead. Hey everybody, I'm late. Oop, wait a minute. Just took off. Miss Shirley, how about this 90-degree day to day here? Too much for me. I just picked from the garden. Yeah, I go out there early in the morning. When I start sweating by 9:30, oh honey, I'm back in the house. But today I had an early morning's doctor's appointment. I was at the doctor's office at 8:30 this morning. So I came through the yard once I got home. But I was sweating and breaking out already. I was like, it's not even 10, 11 o'clock yet. And I'm dripping. But the humidity was off the chain. And that's where it came from. So Neil Renee says the first homesteader gardener I started watching was Beauty in the Garden. Then I started watching Roots and Refuge. Then I started watching everybody. Yeah, yeah, Beauty in the Garden. Yeah, I miss her. Um, God, it was so many people. Actually, I got a notebook here. This is a notebook I have kept from the beginning. And what was so amazing about this notebook, you see the pages, I started writing down the names of all the people that I've been watching as gardeners. And I couldn't believe how long I was writing names. I mean, I was writing names page after page after, and I put on here YouTube creators. Okay. It started out with Lead Farmer 73 and Lady Lead, Homestead Heart, and Mr. H. Oh, Essie. Essie was tough in the game for a while too. Broke Farmer, Ricky. Ricky helped me get me together on some of this stuff. Then I got the New Orleans Gardener, Turf Therapy, Beautiful Nest, Beauty in the Garden, Whole New Perspective, Gigi Natural Homestead, Yankee Sister, Lavender for Luck. Y'all remember Lavender for Luck? Eco Neighbor, Sunday Backyard Farmer, Cooking with Dorsha, Love Notes. Remember Love Notes? Black's Tropical Homestead, Garden Love Homestead. I remember her. She moved to California. Till she got a bigger house. The Prolific Family Stead, Frugal Nurse, GT Jr., Dan Permaculture. That's what he was called at the time. And Dale, Blind Guy, his wife, their life, Lioncrest, Outdoor Gardening, The Hoodstead, Tasha, Oh She Grows, Pit Stop Garden, Kitchen and Garden, Growing with Hudson, Sifting with Soil, Miss Native Cherokee, Audacity Donning, TLC in the Garden, African Dreaming, Rampton, Container Crops, The Analytic Gardener, Cassandra, South Fulton. Okay, and that was just a few that I learned when I first came into the gardening game. And then I can add the rest of y'all to the list. And a lot of you have actually become my children. I see Gina. Yeah, that's what I like. We are a blended community. That's what I'm saying. We got folks from all walks of life from all over the country. That's right, Houston with Jay. I got into the garden community through MIG Grow Off. Okay, I remember that. Yeah. Brooke had to walk me through starting a video and post. That's how I got started. Brooke was Brooke was the first one who tried to help me. And I actually did a video with TLC. I did my first video when I had my car. I drove from the east side to the west side where TLC was living. She came out and sat in my car. It was a rainy day, and I did my first vid. She instructed me from there. Broke told me where to go, and she got me there, and I did my first video sitting in my car. Oh, Duval says, I got into the garden community through MIG Grow. Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah. Gina versus Gina, everybody talking to one another. Pretty girl, what's up? He said, I started by growing basic kitchen herbs in my early 20s. My papa always had a garden. I started veggies during COVID. Okay, all right. Happy to serve. I'm in my garden, but listen, I understand, Nikki. 90s yesterday, 70 today, humid. And cut air with a like a steak. Yeah, it's hot here. It had me sweating. I was like, anytime you made me close up my house, turn on the air. And it was not the heat, it's the humidity. Humidity sucks. It's bad. G Mama Grow says, once I posted my first vlog on YouTube, I started getting hit in the head with blue riches. Oh, yeah. I got a notebook like that too. Yeah, I got a couple of them. That ain't the first one. I, excuse me. I enjoy helping when I can. A lot left for IG. Yeah. My neighbor across the street telling me to go on TikTok. I was like, nah, I don't have that kind of time. Now you're a monetized celebrity. Oh, yes, darling. I have a few pennies. Okay. I got a few. Not many, but I have some. What? Look at that. Now, this is a celebrity here. So Good Gardener. My man Calvin up there in Texas T. Hello. Thank you for coming in this evening. I just enjoy watching you and Broke when y'all do y'all live. Y'all so silly, but y'all meant for each other. And after watching how you put your Meyer lemons in your house in the wintertime, or when it got cold, y'all don't get too much winter up there, and how they were blooming all over the place and got the house out perfume. I said, I'm going to bring mine upstairs instead of taking them in the basement. I'm going to see if I can do the same thing. Backyard Garden Flow says, Mike helped me to start video my garden and put on YouTube. Thanks, Mike. Oh, look at him, Mike. You got a shout out. What you say, Calvin? Stop it. Calvin, let me tell you, you had everybody talking about your videos because your wife was your videographer and she had us rolling. Y'all are made for each other. Y'all was making the most hilarious videos I ever seen with a couple. That was just so funny. I'm Annie's agent. We need to talk sooner. Shut up, Mike. I don't know where she at. She's somewhere being cool too. She got hot. When it got hot and humid outside, I couldn't drag my cat outside. She was like right up under the air conditioner. Said, if you can do it, I can too. Hey, Serena. How are you? Thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. Yeah, by you. I'm just nosy on people's garden. Yeah, well, you stick with your gangster squirrels, okay? What over there? And you start in a little village, what they call them, tree rats. Don't forget to tell them about your first training videos with Dorsha when you. Oh, I wasn't gonna bring that up. Cause see, Renaissance Grandma, stop. I wasn't gonna bring that up at all. The retired gardener's journey. Hello, how you doing? Uh, yeah. When Dorsha, she texts me, email me, whatever. She is the main catalyst in front of a live audience. Um, I'm gonna give a shout out to Ann Dale. She was encouragement to keep going. Lydia, Best Yet Journey, she was encouragement. But Dorsha got me talking and I let my guard down. And then she went live. She told me, but it wasn't clicking because I was just running my mouth. And then I looked up and then I'm seeing these comments coming on the screen. And I'm like, what the hey? And she said, I told you we was going to do a test live. And I just, when I realized that I was live, I did one of these. Oh my gosh. Everybody started laughing. They thought that was hilarious. I was like, oh, honey, you going to have to X-nay that one. I was like, I said some stuff that I was like, my relatives see this video. I was like, I be dog meat. I was like, oh, you got to delete that, boo. For the ones who saw it, yeah, but I was like, no. Hey, Fadi, how are you, sweetie? Thank you for stopping in this evening. I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. So we had to cut that loose. But yeah, she had me comfortable, had me sitting up, had me just running my mouth. And when I found out I was live, I was like, can't do this. Um, Calvin, I wanted to ask you. I noticed that right now my Meyer lemons are nice and healthy, but they didn't flower until I brought them in the house. Like, what was it, December, November, December? That's when they flowered and wanted to fruit. I want to know, is it because of our seasons? Because I thought by them being outside, I got them in full sun. They get 5'11. They're bright and green. They didn't put on a lot of new growth. I mean, they're getting huge. I'm gonna have to up pot them, but they don't bloom and show fruit until I bring them inside. Can you tell me why is that? I remember that when you were on Dorsey, she kept telling you that you were all that you all were like, yeah. Oh, you saw that too, Sounds? Yeah. That day was something else. What's the biggest okra can be without being woody or tough? And how big should okra get in order to save seeds? Okay, now if it's gotten big and tough, that's the time to take it and just put it to the side so you can save the seeds. But according on to the genus of the okra, some okras can be 4 inches, some can be 6 inches, and some can be 10 inches. It's according on what kind of okra it is. Some of them are big boys, some of them are what's the Clemson spineless and whatever. So they're at different heights. Matter of fact, I harvested a okra today. It was a little one, but I know the other one was a little bit too big, and I cooked it. I cooked it. I cut it up in some greens and ate that bad boy, and it was delicious. Let it turn brown on the stem, Serena. Yeah. The seeds need to be black. Yeah. I got some seeds off a plant today, and I know they're good and dry because when I took the pods off and shake them, you can hear the seeds rattle on the inside. Yeah, they need to be mature. Yeah. And I did GT. I wanted you to come up so bad, but I think I've been kicked out enough times that I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I would like for you to come up as a guest. I usually let it dry on the stem, but if you want it to keep producing, just take it off. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If it's oversized and you think it's going to be woody, just take it off and leave it to the side. That's what I did. Because I got some pods in there right now with full of seeds. Hey, PIA, what's up? How are you? Thank you for stopping in. Um, PIA, I know that you are relatively a new gardener. Excuse me. Can you tell me what made you start gardening? What was your reason for it? Because it's everybody has different stories, you know. Some people grew up being gardeners, some pandemic, some people lost their jobs. What's your reason? Just leave one dry per harvest. Rest take young and tender. That's Nikki's line, Mike. Young and tender. Excuse me, y'all. All right. Calvin said, Meyer lemons love full sun, but slow down fruit set in the summer. When they stay at the consistent temperature in your home, they put on lots of flowers, but not as much fruit. They're finicky. Okay. Yeah, because I know I saw yours that you have brought in the house and it was loaded. And mine's flowered in the basement and they were perfuming the basement and the fruit didn't stay. It fell off. So I figured if I bring it up here and put it in the dining room window where I got other plants and put them grow lights on that G Mama gave me, I'll be all right. Like you're always stealing something. Why didn't we know this man? PIA say, I just wanted to see if I could grow something. I was encouraged by the gardening community. I want to be sustainable and grow my own. I'm actually loving it. Yeah, I remember you was doing a live once. We were all looking in, and you were trying to get a what is that tomato cage together of your plants. I fell in love with you the first time I saw you, Tracy. It was just you just had me cracking up. Serena says, "What do you call a sick vegetable?" Horseradish. And it's funny how over the last 3 or 4 years we have watched each other develop not only a garden, but growing in the sense of gardening. A lot of you had to learn patience. That's the biggest virtue that you learn when you garden is that you have to have patience. Rome wasn't built in a day, as the saying goes. So your garden is not going to pop up overnight. It's not going to be like Jack and the Beanstalk where you stick it in the ground and you water it, and then when you wake up, you got this stuff. You all got me hooked. I have been bitten by the garden family. Serena said, what did one fruit say to the other? If you haven't been so fresh, we wouldn't be in this jam. Oh, that's cute. My Myers is just the opposite. It flowers in spring. Ah, okay. That's crazy how they flower like that. Like I said, I thought being outside with full sun and stuff that's that's what it wanted, but it didn't flower and fruit till it came inside. So, hmm. And Odom says his didn't do it till springtime. So being outside doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get what you want. But I see Brooks, down there, he got all kinds of lemons and limes and oranges and stuff that grows and flowers and put on fruit. And I'm just like, okay, am I doing something wrong? Mike said in the bushes a bit. Gotta check garden quick before dark. Yeah, it's gonna be dark by the time I go out there tonight, but I got my flashlight. I haven't seen the skunks anymore, so I guess since they couldn't find any grubs, because I dug up quite a few grubs and got rid of them. Since they don't have a food source, they might go somewhere else. But I'm gonna definitely have my flashlight to make sure. I don't need no surprises. I don't have any tomato juice in the house, which actually works if you get sprayed by a skunk. And I know I can't go to the ER because as soon as I step in the door, they're gonna be like, "Oh no, 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 gotta go. You can't come in here." Yeah. Um. All right. Anybody else? Serena says, "What did the mushroom say when he was turned down for a date? Why don't you want to go out with me? I'm a fungi." Oh my God. Now that was cute. Calvin says, Odom Homestead, mine has hundreds of flowers when I bring it indoors during the winter. It smells up the whole house. It does. It smelled. My basement was awesome. Mine flowers in the spring, but only puts on new growth during the summer months. Yeah, mine too. Like I said, it's gotten huge. I really need to up pot them. They've gotten so big. But Then I have to wait for them to come in the house to flower and fruit. And I thought that was kind of strange. Laura's garden and more. Laura, okay, since you're in here, how long have you been gardening? And also, what got you into gardening? Were you into gardening before or after the pandemic? Give me your answer, please. I like that. Why don't you want to go out with me? I'm a fun guy. That's cute. Anybody else? Miss J.K. Gardner says, I was working in a home during and just after the shutdown. I wanted to do something sustainable for growing food. I saw Roots and Refuge and other folks and just started growing a few tomatoes. Yeah, I remember Roots and Refuge. Yeah. Mhm. Everybody saying hello to one another. And I also uh learned, like I said, I learned so much from you guys. I did not know it was so many different varieties of seeds. My granddaddy used to have a seed catalog, but I never got a chance to see it. But from way back. And I who did I used to go to? It was a seed catalog. I can't remember. I used to hang with all the time. Now I can't even remember their name. But anyway, I used to order seeds from them before all these other seed catalogs pop up. I didn't know anything about these other folks. And you buy one seed catalog, and it's like it's a national alert. You start getting seed catalogs from all these other companies, people you never knew existed, and you start getting stuff. I was actually buying flowers from them, bulbs, like tulip bulbs and what have you. Mine had about 60 lemons on it. Now started flowing in April and a lot more flowers. Wow. Oh, I'm doing an up date video on my fig that I potted. It's gonna be nice. It's so cute. Serena says, I hand pollinated a female butternut squash, and now I have another female flower open, but no male flower to pollinate it with. Oh, and that could be an issue. Hey, oh, there she go. Wait a minute, y'all. Me. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do do do. And I cut it there. My girl's not here to do the other hair. I miss Presbyterian Garden. I'll be glad when she finished school. Oh, her classes. I decided to start a garden in fall of 2019. I ordered a bunch of stuff, but didn't actually start until quarantine when I was bored and needed something to do. Oh, okay. But that'll work though. You got you in the garden. Yeah. Oh, Serena said, when is someone like a piece of fruit? When that person is sour as a lemon. Yeah, we got some of mine here too. Yeah, so folks from different walks of life. I was surprised that when I talked to my doctors, my different doctors, they had gardens and they were teaching their children how to work with them in garden. My chiropractor, he had teenage kids that was helping him with turning the soil, planting stuff. And my neurologist, he was from Ghana. And we were talking about sweet potatoes and yams and stuff. We had a nice conversation going. So I was surprised that just about every doctor that I visited, we got into a garden conversation. And some of them have some pretty substantial gardens. And that was their way for them to decompress once they got off the job. And that's how I was doing. When I got off those 14, 15-hour shifts, I would come home and I would deadhead and pull weeds. I still had my uniform on, but my high beams were so high, my adrenaline was pumped up. I had to come down, especially if we had a long, busy night. So that helped me to decompress so that I could lay down and go to sleep because my mind was still locked in on the job and I just needed to release some of that anxiety and just energy so that I could lay down long enough before I had to get back up and do it all over again. So gardening was also an out for me, you know. Some of the nurses and stuff, they would go to the bar and have a couple of beers or whatever, kind of help them come down after a long night. And I was like, I don't do that. I come home, go through my garden, water, like I said, pull weeds. They might even plant something or even harvest something, you know. And then that way I can come and lay down and sleep because once I lay down, I'm missing the whole day because I'm asleep. You know, some people say, "Oh, it was a beautiful day today." I don't know nothing about the course of the day. I was asleep because I had to come back to work. So gardening was my refuge. What vegetable is measured like diamonds? Carrot. That's cute. Everybody knows that we are all related, right? Hence the greeting, hi. Mm. One way or the other, we are. We're all from the same mother and father, Adam and Eve, for the ones who believe. Not everybody do. But yeah, so that was my way of relieving. And I used to get a lot of questions asked at the job about folks who wanted to get in the garden. And my flowers, I used to grow, and I still am growing, these big dinner plate size dahlias. And I would take a couple of them in and put them on the counter, excuse me, at my desk. And people would walk up to them and I said, don't touch them. And they's like, are they real? And I said, yes, they are. But yeah, the oils from your hands will bruise the petals. So yeah, because before name a group of names. All right. Laura's Garden said, I've been growing houseplants for years, but after the pandemic, I tried growing with a few veggies with no luck 2 years ago. I found different YouTubers that garden. I learned so much, and here I am. And sometimes you have to do that. I mean, there's now it's like a gazillion videos on how to garden, and everybody in some of these videos think they know everything there is about gardening. They're not taking in the factor that you might be living in a different climate, different grow zone, might be even a different country. And it's like, you grow this, so and so and so. I start this, and so and so and so. Well, their season might not be the same time our season. Just like a lot of Southerners, they're finished with summer gardens and they're doing fall gardens already. But we're still trying to get through the summer, and get those gardens. So yes, yeah, there's so many different garden videos out here. I can't remember all the names of all the gardeners I watched, and I listened to some, and I say, okay, they old school. That's what I used to do. That's what I still do. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I understand where they're coming from. And then some of the other stuff, I'll be like, now where did that come from? That came from left field. That don't even make sense. Listen to what you're saying and what you're trying to say. And I was like, they got to be compatible some kind of way in there. Then you got these new fandangled ones that got the perfect gardens. They have nothing but pure gravel. And you know what? I'm not trying to pick these people out. These are just some examples of gardening I've seen. This is my personal take on it. Some of those gardens are so perfect. Sometimes you don't even want to watch them, and a lot of them I think, is set up for TV for the glamour of gardening. And it's not always that easy. Some people have the money to set their gardens up that way. And I don't have a problem with that. If you can do it, I would do it too. But they nitpick at stuff that's not necessarily needed when you're trying to show someone how to garden. Like I said, when you first start out gardening, it can be expensive because if you don't have good soil, you need to build up your soil. You need to add amendments. You might need to add fertilizer. If you have a county extension program in your neighborhood or in your county, um, you can send soil samples to them. It's like what, 15, $20. You take samples from the front and the backyard, and they will send you back an itemized list, or what they call an analysis, of whether you need more potassium or more phos- phosphorus and nitrogen in your soil in order to get a decent crop. Because if your land has never been worked, or if it's been compacted over the years, um, you don't see any worms in it, it needs some life in order for you to produce vegetables, because the soil is your foundation. If your soil is not right, whatever you put in there, you're going to get what you put in there. And that might not be what you're looking for. You got to build the foundation, which is your soil. Your soil feeds your plants, and your plants feed you. So you got to make sure your soil is right in order for your garden to be productive. Oh, yeah. You know what, Laura? Let me tell you, you said it's still a work in progress. Let me say, gardeners' work is like a house, it never get everything done. You can fix the roof and a hot water tank go out. Fix a hot water tank, your washer stop. Get your washer fixed, your stove go out. Get the stove fixed, your refrigerator go out. It's always something that needs to be fixed. It's always something that needs to be rebuilt. And that's the same way as your garden. Like right now, I have some stuff out in the garage that I want to do videos and show. I got so much stuff I need to catch up on. It's ridiculous. Ooh, I don't know what my nose is. Excuse me, y'all. But it's not enough hours in the day for me to do everything I would love to do on a daily basis. I'm retired now, and I tell you, I'm busier now than what I was when I was working. And it's just not enough hours in the day. Everyone knows that we are all oh, okay. Let me go down some. All right. So yeah, everybody's buying raised beds and putting them together. They're buying they call them the garden stacks. Y'all know what I mean. Buying greenhouses. I mean, people are starting to really put some money in their gardens, but they also know that they're going to recoup that loss in some kind of way, and help better protect your plants, help you over winter when you get these cold snaps. Um, it's an advantage to the stuff. You can grow more, you can condense it. It's not all over the place. You have better control, easier for you to cover against insects and stuff. It's a lot of advantages into what you can do in your gardens now, per se, 10 years ago. Everybody's still saying hello to one another. Um, Also, when you're in your garden, you can do so much. You can pray, you can cry, you can work through issues, whether it's anger issues, whether it's mental issues, whether it's family issues, a mate, or some cases a significant other that you're dealing with. Some people like to sing in the garden. Some people like to sit and read, or sit out there early in the morning and have a cup of coffee and just kind of survey the land, so to speak. Because I've done it. I put my house coat on and coffee, and I walk through, and the bees be out there bright and early in the morning, busy, going from flower to flower to flower. Like today, I could have shoot a video, but I Sometimes you want to just get into stuff and you don't really take the time to set up, your tripods and all that stuff. I have a huge lavender plant in the front yard and I harvest it. I mean, I try to get every stem off of there. And I have a play daughter who does all that work. She does the oils, the salves, the ice cream, the cookies, the whole 9 yards with the lavender. So, yeah. Hey, growing out the box. You said driving and listening. Please keep your eyes on the road and be aware of your surroundings. Thank you for stopping in, though. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Serena says, I'm going to be harvesting potatoes Friday tomorrow. What is the best thing to do with dime size potatoes? Well, that's up to you. You can kind of save them and see if they will cheat, and you can just put them back in the ground for next season, or you can cook them up and eat them. That's up to you. I wouldn't throw them out if if they're not rotten or anything. Miss J.K. Gardner says you are right about how much it can cost to, yeah, start initially. I learned about super juice from Miss Linda. That was a game changer for reducing the cost of fertilizer. Oh yeah, I got a 55-gallon barrel out there right now. I pour in there old soured milk, banana peels, dead leaves. I don't have grass, but if I snatch one of my neighbors' grass bags and weeds and stuff, I dump it in there. Everything in there. The only thing I don't put in there is weeds that might be what they call it, invasive, where the roots. I don't want to just soup that up and then throw it back in the garden. So yeah. Some people make raised beds with pallets, yeah, but if you do that, make sure the pallets don't have any paint on the side that's going to be used for the inside of the bed. That's a good tip, Serena, and that is so true. Yes, some of those are treated with certain chemicals. So you want to be careful with that. Duval says, I need you all to pray for strength for me. I saw a snake the size of my wrist. Ooh, I'm a little scurry right now to go in there. Yeah, well, that'll do it. Where is it at? I hope it's not in the house. You don't have anybody that can help you get it out of there? Oh my goodness. That is scary. Size of your wrist, that is not little. Even for my wrist. That's not little. I'm a little scared right now to go in there. I hope it's not in the house. Hey, the Analytic Gardener, thank you for watching me on the big screen. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah. Hopefully, it's a great. Yeah, I hope it's not poisonous. Under my grapevine arch. Well, honey, as long as he's not in the house, why don't you just leave him where he's at? You go somewhere else for a minute, give him a chance to leave. Yeah, give him a chance to leave and then go back. I get those little garter snakes all over the time. Let me tell you, I had a plank out there that I had sitting in the yard for the longest, and I hadn't moved it or touched it. And then one day I decided, okay, I'm cleaning out this area of the yard. I picked the plank up. It was a mother snake, and it must have been 1,000 babies. Oh my goodness. I didn't scream. I just put the plank down and I went to the front part of the yard. I came back maybe about an hour later and I picked the plank up and every last one of them were gone. She had to find a new place for her and her babies. Whew, I'm so glad. I mean, I've never seen that many snakes in my life in one spot. Hey, CC, how are you? I was enjoying you surveying your land, your garden, how it's changing and how you was pulling up stuff and all the beds that you were getting ready to add to it. Um, I have, Serena says, I have 8 raised beds, 2 fabric raised beds, one with 8 sections, the other one the circumference of a kiddie pool, but 1.5 feet tall and 20 containers. Most self-watering. All right. That sounds like a winner. Grow up with Hudson. What's up, Hud? How you feeling today, sweetie? How are you? I'm praying for you. Yep, you're gonna get through this. You're gonna be all right. Oh, yeah, I heard you wasn't feeling good. I didn't know what was the issue. You trying to recover from a toothache. Okay. Well, I hope you feel better. Yeah, toothache ain't no joke. Your face hurt, hard to eat, hard to sleep. Mm-mm. That is not fun. See, you don't have to talk. You can just let your fingers do all the work. Shannon, my little homesteader, said, my uncle had a reptile exhibit. Snakes don't scare me that much. Spiders, now, that's another story. Snakes don't scare me that much. It was just so many of them in one spot. If I get to you before you get to me, oh, it's a wrap. You out. I will chop your head off in a heartbeat. Ah, Serena said, are you growing a toothache plant? Hmm. Said, not now. She's growing everything else. And she might have one out there. It's not too much CC's not growing. I wouldn't be surprised. On my phone. So hello to everyone. Okay, I'm on mine too. I've been having a little problem with mine. Sending up. Yep. Yep. We're gonna pray you up before you go into surgery. Jihad. We're gonna make sure you roll up out of there. All right. Yep. Where is my chart? Oh, yeah. See, I was watching that one video. I think was it the same video you were saying clear skies? The yeast water fertilizer you was trying for the first time. I forgot who you said told you about. Oh, I think it was K Renee about that yeast water fertilizer. And then I was watching you Ro, how she had got that solar uh, panel for her fountain for her bird bath. Yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. PIA, if you're still in here, I enjoyed the video of the feet and you poured the resin over them to protect them. I thought those were so cute. What's Serena say now? When it is time to go to the dentist, tooth. Okay, that's something on the That's not a joke. Yes, I got that from K Renee. Yeah, I thought so. I had the same thing. I had it done. I'm in recovery. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you were able to come into the chat. Yeah. Thank thank you, God, that you made it through. All right. First day. All right. You're gonna have a good speedy recovery. You're gonna be all right. Oh, you're gonna get it pulled next week. Oh, but you got to suffer with it up until that point. A warm compress can help for 5 minutes, then put the cold. The the uh the warm will open up the what they call it, the nerve, not the nerve, ah, the capillaries, and then the cold will help cool them down and take down swelling. Yeah, Cece, we hope you feel good. We love everybody here. Ain't nobody here trying to hurt nobody. We're not trying to disrespect anybody. Who was I? I was on Tampa Creek's chat last night. I fell asleep. That's why I didn't come back the second time. I was tired. But she had to shut down her first chat because of the haters that was coming in there, the trolls. I had a root canal done last Friday. Didn't wait. You didn't look that. Yeah, she'll be all right. Yeah, G Hub, we still gonna pray for you because you still got to go through the recovery stage. I have a solo light video to make yet. I have to find time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got some stuff on the garage I need to make videos on, and hey, Yeah. We praying up for anybody that's in the chat that's going through any medical issues right now, or any kind of issues really, that's stressing them out or have you a little depressed. Please let us know. Prayers move mountains, and we'd be more than happy to pray for you. Baking today was warm weather to flush. Oh, honey, I couldn't bake. If I bake, it'd be early in the morning before I get high. Is that Rochetta? Monique? Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming into the chat this evening. Yeah, we got about 15 more minutes. I appreciate you guys hanging in here. Yeah, I got a girlfriend right now that I'm about, well, I'm a little older than she is, and she's in the hospital. And I can't even call or talk to her. Her family got her on lockdown. And we all grew up together. I know the whole family. I've known her since I was 13. Say she's not doing too good, and I'm trying not to think about it. That she's gonna be okay. Yeah. So yeah, we praying up for anybody who's got medical issues, mental issues, whatever issues you got. Whether you want to let us know or not, we can just say prayers for anybody in the chat just having a hard time right now. Because day to day is tough out here. Hey, Breeze Omega, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. How are you? The subject we're talking about today is that about gardening. Did you come into gardening before or after the pandemic, or had you always been gardening and just continue on once you started joining all these different garden communities? Because we got all different lives from all different folks from all over, from all walks of life. We have crafters who don't normally garden, but they're gardening now. We got folks that lift weights. We got folks in finance. We have people in nursing. We have people work in offices. We got doctors. We got all kinds of people that are in the garden community, and they found out I was gardening way before the pandemic. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So you just kind of slid on in between watching all these other videos and picking out the folks you like hanging with. I have, Serena says, I have new squash plants coming up in the container that 2 okras are already growing in. Should I dig up and transplant the squash to another container or leave them there? They are supposed. Uh, some cases you can leave the squash and they'll grow up the okra. Corn on what size container? You say up in a container. That okay? What size is container? Because if the container is too small, something's going to cancel something out because they're going to be fighting for nutrients and water. So if it's in a big container, they might all survive in unity. But if it's small, you might have to take out the squash. If the squash haven't started running yet, I would take that off and leave the okra in it. I need prayers, lots of Toodles related issues. After the pandemic course, I was so isolated in it. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people did get isolated. Yeah, a lot of people went through. That's when they actually started having psychologists and psychiatrists. Their business started booming. They couldn't keep up. They had so many people that was going through the depression of being locked down. Just about everybody I knew was able to work from home. They got, their laptops and they could work from home. My sister was off from working in her main office for at least 3 years, and she was well the whole time. As soon as she had to go back because she was a little higher on the administrative scale, as soon as she went back, she caught COVID. Caught COVID from an employee that didn't want to that was forced to come in. I feel like it's forced to come in, and they came in sick, and she got COVID. So she was really a little peeved about that, which I don't blame her. I'd have been a little peeved too. Um, be a bush variety. Okay. Squash is a bush variety, and the okra is growing above it, but you still didn't tell me what size container it's in. It still needs room to grow. Roots got to go somewhere. And like I said, they will fight for nutrients and water if you don't stay on top. Pray for me. I have to get injections in my back Tuesday. I was supposed to get it done last week, but I had to reschedule. Okay. All right, Laura. Yeah. You wanted to give me one today. I was like, no, I'll stick with the medication. I get stuck in my knees enough. Okay. Is this Pamela Caldwell Thomas? Hello. Thank you for joining. I don't think I've ever seen you before. I'm new to your chat from South Carolina. I've been hanging out in T-Nog's chat and believe I saw you in there. Decided to check you out. Well, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Can you let us know what grow zone? You said South Carolina. I'm not sure what grow zone that is. And if so, once you let us know your grow zone, do you have a channel so that we can come check you out? And once again, y'all, welcome Pamela Caldwell Thomas into our garden community. Breeze Omega, yeah, I'm a fashion guy. I'm always garden because my mama was from North Carolina and my daddy Alabama. So it was just natural for us in New York. Okay, all right. Yeah, Lord, I know what that is about that bag. Take care of yourself. The container is a 5-gallon container connected to other containers with a self-watering system. You said you had 2 okras in there. I would take one of them out. Like I said, they will fight. Even a 5-gallon is not enough room for 2 okra plants and a squash plant, even though it's a bush and not a vine. Prayers going out for you, Laura, and more. I lost my job because I wouldn't take that shot. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened, but my nephew was gonna lose his job. Well, he was gonna quit if he had to take the shot. He didn't take the shot. He caught COVID. He's no longer with us. So it's scary. Amedaglin says, aka a Bible bump on the back of my right hand, so called because people used to pump it with the Bible. Oh, that's terrible. Sorry you had to go through that. It's surely thundering here in Lorraine. Looks like it's coming from the south. Okay. It said we're supposed to get thunderstorms tomorrow, or it might come between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning because that's when they've been hitting lately, which is fine with me. As long as it stopped by the time I wake up, I'm good. It's zone 8. I don't have a channel, so I just try to support everyone else. We'll take that. I ain't mad at you. Maybe one day we can get you to start your own channel. What do you like to grow? What's in your garden? Yeah, everybody has their favorite. Okay. Breeze, you were fortunate. Glad for you. Yeah. Yeah. No cap. I wore my mask and still do. I'm on asthmatic and I still good. Knock on wood. Okay. All right. Hey, as long as you take all the precautions and you're happy with what you're doing, That all this that matters. Yeah, hands in the dirt. Hello, everybody in the chat. Good evening. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. I do, I do, I do. Yeah, I'm so glad that you had time to stop by this evening and say hello to us folks here. Hey, Shakira, how are you? Thank you, thank you. Glad to see you here. Teresa, I grow tomatoes for other people, but I don't eat them. I haven't found one yet that tastes sweet without the acid. Well, they got a lot of these yellow tomatoes are sweet and they're not as acidic as the red ones are. So try one for yourself. I'm growing one called Lemon Boy, and it's pretty sweet and low in acidity, and I like it. And I grew it last year, cut it up, and took it to barbecue, and everybody wanted to know where that tomato came from. They loved it. So yeah, so try it. I'm trying to change comments. Okay. I had to learn how to tap them. So yeah, so there's quite a few varieties. As my granddaughter always tell me, Google it, Granny, Google it. You can go in there and find a tomato variety that's less acidic, that won't tear up your stomach, or if you got acid reflux, that would be good for you. So try it. Mike says, Dr. Mike does something similar low. Okay, low S. Okay. I know what you meant, Mike. You meant S. Understood that. Yeah, those spell checks and you be trying to type out stuff I hate sometimes. They will change a whole meaning. Whole meaning. I like to grow tomatoes, cucumbers, potatoes, watermelon, fruit trees, beans, etc., etc. What kind of fruit trees? Are we all into fruit trees nowadays, boy? Everybody is into fruit trees. If they have the space for it, they're into fruit trees. All right. I want to add a few more. I'm having problems with the Medley plum, but I want to get a Santa Rosa plum. Yeah. Ooh, Serena, you got it going on, girl. You said I'm growing container bush, zucchini, butternut, squash, Long Island cheese, pumpkin, 3 vines, 3 black diamond watermelon vines, hopefully 2 Kajara melon vines, 2 rosemary, 9 basil, 1 sage, 1 oregano. That's a garden. All you missing is cows and chickens. I can't type. Best of days. I thought you was outside working in the garden. You said you was going in the bushes. What are you doing? Like, hey, Kenneth, how are you? Thank you for stopping by this evening. We got a gnat in here somewhere. I don't know where he came from. Good evening, Kenneth. Serena says 1 creeping time, 1 cucumber vine trying to germinate more seeds. Girl, yeah, yeah, keep it up. I hope you know how to dehydrate and can some of that stuff. Like I said, I had to put fence around my corn just now. Storm knocked a little over. Oh, yeah. Can't stand it back up though. That's hard. That's rough. All right, Shannon says I'm growing 3 persimmon trees. Looking forward to 5 years from now. Okay. Have you ever watched any of Broke Farmers videos with fruit trees and also mm, hands in the dirt, growing out the box, Odom, Homestead? All of these gentlemen really Calvin, So Good Garden. All these folks are into fruit trees. So their videos would be highly recommended to help you in regards to growing more than just persimmons. Ooh, Pamela said pears, kumquats, apples, and peaches for now. Mommy, why kumquat is full of flowers, and I hope I can get some kumquats this year. I love it. I saw somebody, cool weather farmer. I don't believe I seen you in my chest before. Thank you for stopping in. That's what I thought. This is my first time ever seeing your channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy this channel. Can you tell us a little about yourself? What state you're in, what grows on if you know it, and if you have a channel that we can all come and check out. Will be greatly appreciated. Breeze Omega says it's been really hot in Virginia. Right now, it's been a little bit hot everywhere. Everybody's complaining about the heat. If it ain't the heat, it's the rain. If it ain't the rain, it's the heat. Uh, have checked have checked you out from the bushes. I'll be listening. Okay, I understand it's getting late. You know, people out watering their gardens and what have you. I've gone a little longer than I normally do because of the in and outs. Have checked you off. Oh, okay. Uh, Omega Breeze says, I'm at war with squirrels. Oh, well, then you need to talk to Mike. He give you some tips on them tree rats. Hey, Netta. Netta, I was watching Bayou Sugar, and how you and I both won something on her show that day. Yeah, you were planting up some seeds. You had your fan going, your laptop going, and you was just playing. It was funny because I'm watching you, watching her, and we both won something on her live. That was hilarious. I was like, what? Someone leaned on my persimmon tree and broke it. Oh, snap. Oh, that's not good. I know you weren't too thrilled about that. Yeah. Serena said, in my self-watering containers in the shade, I am growing 3 kinds of beets. What's that? Hilda beanie red, turnips, and 2 eggplant. I think as well as Alicia pepper plant with one of the rosemary plants. Okay. I got a Black Beauty eggplant out here. And I'm so mad because it's been getting flowers left and right, and none of them germinated. And then I realized I haven't seen a bee up here at all. It haven't been pollinated. Flowers dry up and fall off. I was like, shoot, I gotta bring some flower. I got plenty of flowers up here, but nothing the bees really get into. So I think I'm gonna pull a few strands of that lavender out of that pile I have and stick it around the plant to see if I can attract some bees to pollinate it. Because I'm really tired of seeing all these beautiful flowers come on it and then they fall off because they're not pollinated. Mike said I gave one apple just now as I came in. Yeah, you're gonna get tired of that. Everybody saying hello. You pat my leg like thanks. Let's take apple piece and chunks down. That's what I'm saying, Mike. You're gonna have your a circus act. Yeah, you might be bringing some friends. Better watch that. His name is Itchy. Oh, Teresa, another self-water container has a butterfly milkweed, but no flowers yet. It's in the shade. Yeah, I got a milkweed plant that's growing. I'm so happy, and I didn't find out it's popping up in other places, other gardens. So I'm trying to attract what they call it, monarch butterflies. Yeah, I have a channel. My channel is at Cool Weather Farmer. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Gotta go and check you out. If y'all have a chance, go over and check out Cool Weather Farmer and see what they're about. Leave a comment in the hen house. Okay, what should you grow in a hen house to encourage production? Eggplant. Oh Lord. Bring me other people's stuff, please. My garden. Oh, they leave your garden alone. Okay. All right, people, I'm getting ready to end this live this evening. I thank y'all so much for coming in this evening. I appreciate you sticking with me through thick and thin. Hopefully, when I get my laptop back, we will be on the road to recovery on no buffering and a full live, and I can have people come up in the panel now that I'm monetized. I'm so happy. It was a long road, but I got there, y'all. Thank you so much this evening. Laura's Garden, Breeze Omega, Kenneth Wilkerson, Texas Long CC, Pamela, GT, Shannon. Hey, K Renee, how are you, hon? G Mama Groves, my Renaissance grandma. Oh, all you lovely folks. Psalms 146. Yes, thank you so much for y'all coming in this evening. See Miss Shirley. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Make sure that you show me that you like me just a little bit. And come back next Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And as I always say, enjoy your evening and y'all come back now. You hear? And thanks for all the congratulations. I really appreciate it because without y'all, I'd have never been able to make it. Good night.